العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية مولى المؤمنين أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب أولادها المعصومين عليهم السلام. ونصلي ونسلم على سيدنا وحبيبنا أبا القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المكرمين المنتجبين، لا سيما الحجة بقية الله الأعظم في الأراضين، روحي وأرواح العالمين للتراب مخلوق. Inshallah, in this session we are going to discuss about Taqwa in Nahjul Balagha. But before we starting to have to consider of course I've been said that everybody knows about the different masadr of Nahjul Balagha, different types of Nahjul Balagha. Only one thing I want to mention, that there are different versions of Nahjul Balagha. So having a application, phone app is good that has the ability of search. Sometimes we address something and you might find it not in the specific number of the sermon or hikmah of the letter of that Nahjul Balagha, because of the different versions of Nahjul Balagha, because we have over 5-6 different versions, that at least the numbers are different in these versions. There are some different in wordings as well, but the least said is that the numbers are different. Taqwa is considered, or if we want to categorize Nahjul Balagha, we can categorize it in 7 different types of saying we can find in Nahjul Balagha. We can find the arguments for the existence of metaphysical facts, the principle of religion, different things. We can find proof for that. The complete aqli, intellectual reasoning we can find in Nahjul Balagha. We can find the ibadat, the ma'rifah part. We can find the arfani part, the suluk part in Nahjul Balagha as well. Of course, because Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam was a ruler, so there are a portion of Nahjul Balagha are dedicated to relationships of the governing rules and these kind of social things. Another part is Ahl Bayt alayhim salam in Nahjul Balagha. And when we say Ahl Bayt, it starts from the Rasulullah itself until the Imam al-Zaman Ajjallah Ta'ala Farajhu Sharif. We have different saying in Nahjul Balagha about these kind of persons. The Ahl Bayt, the household of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And we have mawa'id and hikam, advice, which is maybe the majority, the big part of Nahjul Balagha is mawa'id. For example, from 239 sermon that we have in Nahjul Balagha, sermon number 86, 175, 184 or 193, which is known as the Khutbatul Muttaqeen, for example. Right? The title says. So we categorize Taqwa as among the advices, because Imam alayhi salam is not going to force anyone to have Taqwa unless we have at the beginning of Salatul Jum'ah, Usikum Ibadallah wa Nafsi wa Taqwallah. It is a tawsiyah, it is an advice, it is a guide. invitation, a call. Maybe the most important one. Or in the letter section of Nahj al-Balagha, from 79 letters that we have, even all of them are not letters, some of them are pacts and formal negotiations and deals. But anyhow, from these 79, 25 of them are entirely mawa'id, advices of Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam. Of course, not all of them about taqwa. For example, letter number 31, entirely the advices of Imam Ali alayhi salam to his son. Some said it is Muhammad al-Hanafiya, and some says it is Imam al-Hasan alayhi salam. Or letter number 45 to Uthman ibn Hunayf, that he went to that party and those kind of things happened. These mawa'iz are in different subjects and categories. Taqwa, tawakkul, patience, zuhd, different kind of things. Inshallah, we are going to discuss about taqwa. Two important hadith from Nahj al-Balagha about the importance of taqwa. Let's discuss the importance of taqwa, and then inshallah we'll move on. Or let's start by defining taqwa. Taqwa is defined for some as God, worry in Farsi that they say khuda tars, so being fearful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which I don't think it is a very correct definition. God very is better, the state of awareness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Know that there is someone, as if you remember we said 3 types of relationship. Be mindful of there is a greater person than yourself. Is a constant state of understanding that, oh, that person is. Ayatollah Bahjat says one sentence is enough, which is Khuda mi binat. The fact that you know Allah is watching. Imam Khomeini said that Alam mahzar khudast. The universe is the presence of Allah. Dar mahzar khuda gunah nimitawan kard. In the presence of Allah we cannot do sins. He's watching. Whether it's in public or in secret. اتقوا معاصي الله في الخلوات فإن الشاهد هو الحاكم. In Nahj al-Balagha we have اتقوا. Of course, taqwa has the fearing meaning in itself, but not just fearing. The meaning of this saying is what? Be fearful of doing sins, of doing ma'asi of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in secrets. Why? The argument is very interesting. فَإِنَّ الشَّاهِدْ هُوَ الْحَاكِمُ. Because tomorrow, the witness and judge are the same person, or one person. Shahid and Hakim, they are the same. So the definition of taqwa is a state of mindfulness, of knowledge, of awareness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah we have ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Allah is not saying لِلْمُسْلِمِينَ, لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ, لِلْمُوَحِّدِينَ. No. لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. It is important. He could have said لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ, couldn't he? But he didn't. He said lil muttaqeen. This book is a guidance for muttaqeen. Who are muttaqeen? الذين يؤمنون بالغيب. First factor. They believe in the unseen. ويقيمون. Second. يقيمون الصلاة. They establish is a good word. They do إقامة الصلاة. That they perform salat. No. ويقيمون الصلاة. It is different. ومما رزقناهم. Third. مما رزقناهم ينفقون. The first two factor, but the third one is spend. ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. Of course, infaq has different meanings. Knowledge, giving, sharing the knowledge is infaq as well. It is the rizq. Rizq, because rizq has different meanings, infaq has different meanings as well, and the rest of the ayat that came after. In Nahjul Balagha, in the importance of taqwa, Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam has two beautiful sayings. One is at-tuqa ra'isul akhlaq. What is the meaning of it? It means the taqwa is the head in the saying 410 of my version of Nahj al-Balagha. At-tuqa ra'isul akhlaq. There is a connection between akhlaq and taqwa. But what is that connection? According to this hadith, taqwa is the head, the core, the essence, the most important factor in akhlaq. There is a debate, there is a question between professionalism or religiousness. Which one is more important? Hiring, if you want to hire someone who has experience, who is professional, but we don't know about his taqwa state. Let's say we can measure or understand the taqwa. And there is someone else that has taqwa, but is not that experienced. He knows, but it's not that experienced. Let's say 20 years of experience, 1 year of experience. And we want to go for a trip, for example, there is a driver. There is a safari, we want to go, let's take the eyes, so the matter is life and death. If that guide doesn't know it is important, the stakes are high. Which one you go? Which one you choose? Professional one. Or the muttaqi one? Which one? The professional one. Ahsantum. Thank you for the honesty. Why? It is important. It is a debate. Actually, it was a debate back in Iran. Two great figures. One of them is Shaheed Shamran. They had the same discussion with the same example actually. Shaheed Shamran says, no, I'm going to, actually the example was a driver is going to take your family to order, which is even more important. Which driver you are going to choose? Shaheed Shamran says, I'm going to choose the muttaqi one. The professional one choice is clear, right? He has the experience. So the reason behind that is clear. What is the reason behind taqwa one? Why do we have to, or what was the argument, what was the reason behind the selection of Shaheed Shamran? Yeah, he studied in the US, foreign countries, has experience in it, and he had great masters as well. So he wasn't uneducated, just a believer. No. What is the argument? Does anyone know? Because if a person is really muttaqi, let's say at the beginning I said, let's say we can measure that. If a person is muttaqi and incapable of doing this, he wouldn't accept the trip. The fact that he accepted to take my family to go there shows that he knows it very well. I cannot be this certain about that professional person. And I'm sure that this person is going to charge me fair. This person is going to take precautions. Everything is in the place. I cannot be sure about these things about that professional person. At-tuqa ra'isul akhlaq. The head of the akhlaq is what? Taqwa. Another saying of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam in Nahj al-Balagha, saying number 95, we are talking about the importance of taqwa. So, relation of taqwa to akhlaq is the core, the foundation, the head, most important things. In saying number 95 of Nahj al-Balagha, Imam Ali alayhi salam says, لا يقل عمل مع التقوى وكيف يقل ما تقبل. When you are in the state of God-wariness, God-awareness, in that state, everything you do is with divine intention. Is it or not? Participate in class with divine intention. Cook with divine intention. I'm not talking about the ibadat which they have the intention in themselves, qurbatan ila Allah. No, every other thing. The breathe comes and goes. Other things, the ibadat, they have the niyyah in them, but we're not talking about that thing. No, the normal other things that we do. If we have this state of mind, the awareness, if we have this, what will happen? Everything we do will be for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's seeing, He knows, He watches, He is aware. It is like doing something in front of a big audience. Oh, they see every movement, my body language, every word that comes out of my. So really mindful. You might even do something for them, don't we? I'm doing lots of times. We have been doing things because someone is watching. Okay, the greater figure than normal human beings is watching every moment, every second. Imam alayhi salam says, لا يقل عمل مع التقوى وكيف يقل ما يتقبل. Don't underestimate the amal that has been done with taqwa, with this state of mind. Then says a very beautiful thing, وكيف يقل ما يتقبل. Is it possible that the accepted amal become less, become minor? Allah is not going to accept something small. No, He is not. Is He? A great person is not going to accept a small gift. Is there? I don't think so. It is not right for me. That is why we have in Quran, وَالْعَمَلُ الصَّالِحُ يَرْفَعُهُ إِلَيْهِ يَسْعَدُ الْكَلِمُ الطَّيِّبُ. Toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the kalim al-tayyib, the good words, is going to go. وَالْعَمَلُ الصَّالِحُ يَرْفَعُهُ. He is going to level up. to raise, to magnify the amal al-salih. Amal al-salih is amal done with taqwa. When he accepted it, that means it is not small, that is not less. وَكَيْفَ يَقِلُّ مَا يُتَقَبَّلُ. How you underestimate something that has been accepted, it is not going to work. So, what is taqwa in Nahjul Balagha? We define taqwa ourselves. Let's go see whether Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam defines the same factors in Nahjul Balagha about taqwa. Imam alayhi salam says in sermon number 116, Dhimmati bima aqulu rahina. I'm going to guarantee this word. وَأَنَا بِهِ زَعِيمٌ. I am the warrant of this saying. إِنَّ مَنْ صَرَّحَتْ لَهُ الْعِبَارِ عَمَّا بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ مِنَ الْمَثُلَاتِ حَجَزَتْهُ التَّقْوَى. If someone takes lessons from the history, from past incidents, taqwa will prevent them from doing mistakes. In sermon 113, Imam alayhi salam says, Inna taqwa Allah hamat awliya Allah maharimahu wa alzamat qulubahum makhafatah. The fearing, this state of awareness, the fearing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala covered his awliya, his friends, completely. Because of this state, they are not going to cross the boundaries that is between them and Allah. Because of this state, they have a constant fear of Allah. The constant fear, of course, doesn't mean that they are afraid of the punishment. No. When you sail in the ocean, you might not be even afraid of drowning, but you are afraid of the magnificence of the ocean. When you see a big mountain, you're not climbing there yet, so you're not afraid of falling or anything, no. But the greatness of that creates a trembling, a fear. This state made them awake at night, without water, fasting in days. So this is what happens with taqwa. In sermon 233, Imam alayhi salam says, فَإِنَّ التَّقْوَى فِي الْيَوْمِ الْحِرْزِ وَالْجُنَّةِ وفي غد الطريق إلى الجنة. Today, in your lifetime here, taqwa is a protection, a shield, a cover. Junnah means a shield, protection. Tomorrow it is going to be the way toward Jannah. So taqwa is protection, not limit. There is a difference between these two. Imam alayhi salam in 157 sermons says, اعلموا عباد الله إن التقوى دار حصن عزيز. It is a fortress. We talked about kalimatu la ilaha illallah, right? لا يمنع أهله. Whoever enters it is protected. Nothing else from outside is going to penetrate to come and take them. فإن التقوى مفتاح سداد. Taqwa is the key to rightness. وَذَخِيرَةُ مَعَادٍ. The saving for Qiyamah. وَعِتْقٌ مِّن كُلِّ مَلَكَةٍ. Will bring freedom from any chains. وَنَجَاةٌ مِّن كُلِّ هَلَكَةٍ. Saving from every dangerous, every threat. Based on these definitions, taqwa is hisn, is a fortress, is a shield that you wear. So it is going to protect us. But also it is a mutual relationship. Taqwa is going to protect us as long as we protect it, as long as we try to keep this shield. The moment you let go, it is gone. The same, we can give an example, is like a cloth. It is going to cover our body, but we have to protect it. If we don't, it could fall down, tear down, become dirty. The famous sermon in Nahj al-Balagha about taqwa is Khutbatul Hammam, number 193, 187 in different versions. There are different numbers. روي أن صاحبا لأمير المؤمنين عليه السلام يقال له همام كان رجلا عابدا. Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam had a companion named Hammam. I'm sure you all know the story. فقال له يا أمير المؤمنين صف لي المتقين حتى كأني أنظر إليهم. وأمير المؤمنين came to Imam Ali alayhi salam, told him, can you tell me the characteristics of muttaqeen as a manner of I'm looking at them in a way that the muttaqi is standing right in front of me. So tell me every single aspect, characteristics of the muttaqi person. According to some saying, it was Amir al-Mu'minin, it was in his free time. So he was with himself without any crowd around. Imam alayhi salam told him, come back tomorrow. So I answer you in front of the crowd. If you forget a part of this, other will remind you. Some says Imam alayhi salam did it because he knew what is going to happen. فَتَثَاقَلَ عَلَيْهِ السَّلَامُ. Imam didn't want to answer this question. So because of that, he said, even tomorrow, he said, اتق يا حمام اتق الله وأحسن إن الله مع الذين اتقوا والذين هم محسنون. Imam alayhi salam read one ayah of Quran. Have taqwa and be kind. Do ihsan. Why? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna Allah, indeed, surely, definitely, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with those who has taqwa and who are muhsinun, who does ihsan. We have this kind of thing in Quran a lot. For example, in Surah Al-Baqarah, we have وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهُ وَيُعَلِّمْكُمُ اللَّهُ. It is a very fascinating verse of Surah Al-Baqarah. It is very interesting. Do taqwa, has taqwa, this state, وَيُعَلِّمْكُمُ اللَّهُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself will teach you. Someone, okay, we don't have access, I cannot, lots of time we've been asked, okay, we don't know Farsi or Arabic, we cannot read it. Okay, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهُ وَيُعَلِّمْكُمُ اللَّهُ. Anyhow, Imam alayhi salam gave this short reply. But Hammam didn't accepted this short answer of Imam alayhi salam, so he kept on persisting. Imam alayhi salam said, okay, I'm going to describe them. Then Imam said, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ سُبْحَانَهُ وَتَعَالَى خَلَقَ الْخَلْقَ حِينَ خَلْقِهِمْ غَنِيًّا عَنْ طَاعَتِهِمْ. It starts from the describing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then says, فَالْمُتَّقُونَ فِيهَا هُمْ أَهْلُ الْفَضَائِلِ. In this word, believers are those who have great values, great characteristics. مَنْطِقُهُمُ الصَّوَابِ مَلْبَسُهُمُ الْإِقْتِصَادِ. About their lifestyle, how they speak, how they behave, how they walk. مَشْيُهُمُ التَّوَاضُعِ. They walk with tawadu. They speak مَنْطِقُهُمُ الصَّوَابِ. They say the right things. غَضُّوا أَبْصَارَهُمْ عَمَّا حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمْ. They cover, they put down their eyes from what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forbid from them. Because we have two ayah in Quran. قُلْ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ يَغُضُّوا مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِمْ. The next ayah in Surah An-Nur says, وَقُلْ لِلْمُؤْمِنَاتِ يَغْضُضْنَ مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِنَّ. So this protecting or covering or being mindful of the state of eye is what? Is a responsibility toward both gender. وَوَقَفُوا. They dedicated their ears عَلَى الْعِلْمِ النَّافِعِ لَهُمْ. Toward the beneficial knowledge. نُزِّلَتْ أَنفُسُهُمْ مِنْهُمْ فِي الْبَلَاءِ. They remain in the time of trials as tough as they remain in comfort. Their reaction toward ni'mah, blessing, and hardship is the same. وَلَوْلَا الْأَجَلُ الَّذِي كَتَبَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمْ لَمْ تَسْتَقِرَّ أَرْوَاحُهُمْ فِي أَجْسَادِهِمْ طَرْفَةَ عَيْنٍ. And if it wasn't for the time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala dedicated for their life, set for them in this world, their soul wouldn't tolerate this their physical bodies. Why? شَوْقًا إِلَى الثَّوَابِ. How passionate, how loving they are, how yearn they are toward thawab. Eagerness to divine reward. وَخَوْفًا مِنَ الْعِقَابِ. And fearing from punishment. Both, because it has double edges. عظم الخالق في أنفسهم فصغر ما دونه في أعينهم. The Creator is great, magnified in their heart, in their soul. Because of that, every other object, every other thing is small in their eyes. They magnify something in their heart, in their soul. Every other thing is not that big in their eye. There is a connection so between what we believe, what we repeat to ourselves, and what appeals to our own eyes. فهم والجنة كمن قد رآها. So their relationship toward Jannah is as if they are witnessed it. That is why we have in Surah Al-Baqarah وَبَشِّرِ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ أَنَّ لَهُمْ جَنَّاتٍ تَجْرِي مِنْ تَحْتِهَا الْأَنْهَارِ كُلَّمَا رُزِقُوا مِنْهَا مِنْ ثَمَرَةٍ رِزْقًا. Whenever in Jannah they are going to provide for them some rizq, قالوا, they say what? هَذَا الَّذِي رُزِقْنَا مِنْ قَبْلِ. This is familiar for us. I'm not unfamiliar with this rizq. وَأُوتُوا بِهِ مُتَشَابِهًا. وهم والنار كمن قد رآها وهم فيها معذبون. The same relation they have with Jahannam as well. So the shawq is because of Jannah, the fear is because of Jahannam. Both. Double sum. Okay, we have 5 minutes. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to helps us be able to be in this state of taqwa. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us maintain this state, so whatever we do, whatever action we have, whatever think that we have, everything become for His sake. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make the appearance, the arrival of our Imam Zaman Ajjallahu ta'ala farajahu sharif faster and sooner. Wa barakat as-salawat ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.